Hi, this is Kelly Fox with the Front Row Report, and we have Rich of Fozzy with us. How are you doing today?
Great. How are you today?
I'm awesome. Thanks for asking.
I love your hair.
Thank you so much.
Awesome
Thank
green.
you so much. I call it mermaid hair.
Yes, it is beautiful.
So we're here at Northern Invasion, and Fozzy just released the single Judas actually a few days ago. How has the reception been with that?
It's been amazing. Almost 2 million views in just a week on YouTube, and #1 in 8 iTunes charts around the world, US rock charts and metal charts. So obviously exceeded our expectations, because when you write records, the idea is make music that you like, and then cross your fingers that a couple of people will like it as well.
And
so
I
when
mean,
lots
2
of
million people
yeah,
did.
when lots of people do, it's like super bonus.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great to hear. What about, our fans liking it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've been lucky because we formed as a band in 1999. So our fans, since we've been around for a lot of years, our fans are really loyal. So we've been lucky in that they've stuck through multiple records. And when you're a fan of a band, even when you maybe not crazy about the new album, but you like the last one better, people still will come to the shows, and because they're fans, right? I do that. All my favorite bands are that way. I buy all their albums, even if maybe I like the last one better. But I will have to say the new material has unanimously got. Look, I'll put it this way. Usually there's at least 20% of folks who are there quick to remind you that, yeah, I like the new song, but it's not quite as good as my favorite song from whatever previous album. None of that. It's all been best song, sounds amazing. I mean, love the video. So yeah, that being said, it's all, again, just like musicians are just like comedians. If you know you're telling a good joke, you don't need people to clap to let you know, because you know it's a good joke. Like if it's a good song and everybody in the band is feeling strong, then the satisfaction and the self-esteem comes from the writing and recording of that material. But the applause is a nice whipped cream on top, right?
Yeah, it's like a bonus.
Yes.
Absolutely. It sounds like this is really a great track for you guys.
Yeah,
it's taking off,
great.
definitely. Would you say that Judas is kind of like a start to an album, or like more of like a filler to kind of tide you over to the next one? What relationship does that have?
Well, this is the first time that we have finished a song before and had released it before the album is even finished being written and recorded. Normally we write and record an entire album, choose a single, and then release a single from it. This, we knew right away that Judas was a standout track, so the idea was to have it ready for the spring radio festival season. So we're doing all of the Rocklahoma, and last week we were Carolina Rebellion, so we needed to have a single out in order to kind of build momentum for Fozzy into this season of loud music, you know? So, and then the record will be out in September. I mean, we all feel really good about the album, but until it's done, until you can taste the soup, you never know. But and we'll always be our hardest critics, because we're all fans at our core. And we started playing music when we were teenagers because we loved other bands, and so we never did it because we wanted to be rich or famous. We did it because we loved Ozzy Osbourne and Iron Maiden and Metallica, and we wanted to be like our heroes. And just being able to be in the same business as the bands that we grew up listening to is a great honor.
Yeah, and at the same music festival.
That's exactly right. Well. And we stand side stage and watch all of it.
Yeah.
It's because we're fanboys.
Yeah, who isn't?
Yeah.
So, in your experience, which is the best way to reach new fans and get new audiences? Is it playing festivals? Is it headlining tours? Is it opening for larger tours? What's been the most effective for Fozzy?
I mean, I think these festivals are the most amazing way. First of all, because we get to speak with people like yourself and spread the word, and it becomes kind of like summer camp for metalheads. So we all kind of come together and we make baskets and clay pots and
friendship.
Yeah, it's exactly right. So it just kind of becomes our little club that meets every year during festival season, and then you get an opportunity. All these bands are kind of doing headlining shows during the week, and on the weekends they're playing the big festivals. And so we're on tour right now with King and Sons of Texas with us. And so we're doing those shows Monday through Friday, and on the weekend it's the festivals. And I think all of them are effective because our headlining shows, people get to see an hour and a half set as opposed to 30 minutes or 40 minutes, depending on how long we get to play. So it's a different type of show because at a festival you're sprinting, right? Because there's no time for chit-chat. Play as many songs as you can, and it's energy, energy, energy. In a headlining set, you can take your time and communicate and have a conversation with an audience. It's a different format because you're not clock watching.
Yeah.
And then, you know, obviously the other benefit of a festival is having 50,000 people who aren't going to come see you in a small club.
Yeah.
So it is a much bigger, you know, opportunity for exposure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what is next for Fozzy? I mean, obviously you guys are doing a lot of touring right now and then working on this new album. What can we expect to see in the near future?
Yeah, lots more touring. I think that's for us. You know, our vocalist Chris Jericho is a famous wrestler, and that's really great for us because whenever we put out a new record, Chris will take a year or two off, and then Chris becomes a rock star, and then when it comes time to make a new album, he goes back to wrestling while we work on the new songs and stuff. So it actually is really cool for us. And the rest of the guys in the band, we also have a band that we do whenever he's back wrestling. So for us, we have found our formula. You know, all relationships come down to figuring out how things work, right? It doesn't matter if it's a romantic relationship or a friendship or a business relationship or a band. How do you, or a sports franchise, as a baseball team, you learn how you can work best together to be a better whole from the sum parts. And I think for us, because Chris and I have been together in a band since 1999, with the same drummer, the same guitar player. We've had a couple of different bass players, but basically we've been the same band.
You get to work on that dynamic.
Yes, and we know each other inside and out. We're best friends. We know how to make music together. We know how to be roommates. We know how to ride around on a bus together and how to fly on airplanes. And those are important things to the health of a band.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming out with us today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for your time.
Absolutely.
Have fun today.